Hey y'all, it's Laura, and before we jump into this thing, or before I show you the mess that is this month, I have some updates, announcements, things to tell you guys. So first of all, thank you guys for the love on last video. Seriously, I know that it doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm just one person starting to make videos, and so seeing so many people just like gel with what I made, like the content, like just the amount of time that I put into this was kind of incredible, honestly. So if you're here from the last one, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to this one, to this mess that is my bujoing craziness. I show it all. I show it all here, and you'll see very quickly that things get crazy. So as far as this being a plan with me, yeah, I'm sorry that this video is coming out November 30th, which is not giving you a lot of time to actually plan with me. I ended up getting a new job, which was super exciting, but I didn't have that laptop anymore. I didn't have cameras, things, programs, which is why this is so late, because I literally just bought a new laptop yesterday, and B, I didn't have camera equipment set up right. It was a hot mess of a combination of things, which is why this video is so late. I like to have my videos out by the 20th so that they can, people can watch them and actually plan with you. So sorry this one's late, but I'm excited that I got a new job and this new laptop to make more videos. And to be completely transparent and honest and a humble queen, the reason why this video is such a weird aspect ratio is because I don't know how to work my new camera. I am still learning, and this is just what I ended up doing. And I can just say that it's a cute little thing, with some tape on the side. Totally done on purpose. Totally. But I'm done rambling. Let's get to what you actually came here to see, which is the hot mess of my bujoing. I had intentions going into this, and I spent a long time doing something that I thought was really gonna work. As you can see, I'm being real meticulous. I am doing math, y'all. And I was inspired by this spirit jersey from Disney because I am a Disney hoe and go all the time and want every single thing that they have. But this spirit jersey gave me the design because I, for one, am not the most excited about Christmas. I'm sorry if, you can leave now, honestly. I understand. I've gotten it my whole life. But honestly, my parents were pastors when I was growing up, and so it was always a stressful time, and then I always worked at churches. That was a stressful time too. So Christmas has never been my favorite, so I wanted to do something that was a little Christmassy but more my style. So here you have my Disney plaid, soon to be disaster. You'll see. So my idea was to do this exactly like the jersey, like a white outline text on the plaid. I was even rounding edges with rulers, y'all. I really wanted this to work out, but alas it didn't. And so I just ripped it out of my bullet journal. And thankfully, I was going to cover it again with other paper, but it just did not look good. One, because it just didn't look good, but two, the marker that I was using was running out, and I couldn't find anything else white that I liked enough to do this. And if I thought further, I could have cut out white pieces of paper, but your girl didn't want to do that, so I ripped it out and tried other things. Because your girl is like her country, young, scrappy, and hungry, she adapted, reacted, did what she needed to do. And something else came into mind, which took me a little bit of time to figure out because I had the idea, but I didn't have the idea of how to execute it quite. I did this little craft paper white outline moment that admittedly actually reminds me of something else. It didn't connect when I was doing it at the time, but it reminds me of something else that Disney's actually selling right now, that are these gingerbread head ears that are super cute. So it actually ended up working out pretty well, but yeah, it took me a little bit to get here. Not to get super existential on this Christmas plan with me, but I sometimes actually feel pretty guilty that I'm wasting so many paper scraps, and like, I don't know, sometimes I just feel guilty for doing art in general because it's wasting resources or something. But I try to minimize it as much as possible by using things that, you know, come with things, or scrap pieces of paper, ripping out pieces of cardstock from books that I would not necessarily use that paper, instead of, you know, just getting fresh cardstock, using scraps of paper that are lying around. And it kind of helps a little bit with the existential dread of, you know, wanting to save the planet from the horrible things that are happening right now. That's a moment and a look into my brain. So all that to say, try to use paper scraps as much as possible. As you can see here, I'm using old papers to back things, to swatch things, and using as many of the scraps that I can to make a cute look. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this one was kind of a struggle bus one to film because I messed up so many times. Pro tip, do not glue down your paper if you don't know what you're doing yet. So yeah, that's something I learned the hard way. After getting the sizing wrong and burning through yet again another piece of paper, I finally got something that I like, and so I glue that down to continue on. Because I am a glutton for punishment, I decide to do rounded corners on my normal boxes, and if the rest of the video so far hasn't told ya, didn't go too well. I got a lot of lines wrong, and some of them are thicker than others, but maybe it's the beauty in bullet journaling in that it's not supposed to be perfect. On another note, if you can see my white streak of hair, y'all, I just turned 27. I should not have that. I mean, I guess I can say it's a look, and that I look like a mix between Tulsi Gabbard and Claire Saffitz from the BA Test Kitchen, and that's kind of what I've been using to give myself peace in the fact that I am 27 and have so many white hairs. But yeah, we don't have to talk about that. Anyways, let's move on to my second spread, which, if you've seen my last video, is my day in review spread, and it's a very basic setup. I do the same thing every time. It's 2 lines for every day that give me space to write an overview, and then also I have some space to do my mood, my productivity, and my energy, and so I can see at the end of the month what my levels were for all those things all together, and just have one place to kind of, I don't know, be a review of what my month was looking like. So as you can see, A, that this is a series of alternating lines, and B, that I messed up yet again. I throw in some decoration, mimicking the front page, and move on. If you were here in my last video, you know that I don't finish one thing in its entirety, I like to jump around a little bit, and so after I have done the highlighting on this page, I go back to my first page to do some more highlighting. So I have a question for you. You know, towards the end of the year, we kind of have a lot of holidays that are easy to base our bullet journals off of, but what are you guys doing for January? I've been kind of playing around with some ideas, and I think, not to spoil anything, but I think I might do butterflies. I might not, but it's a theme that I've had in mind for a while, and I think that the icy blueness of it all might fit into this time frame. But again, I don't want to be another person doing blue butterflies. So what do you suggest? What do you want to see? What do you want to see done? What can I do? Give me ideas, guys. As I cut down my washi tape, I decide to move along to my next pages, which are my weeklies. I have usually 2 weeklies per spread. It tends to be more than enough space for me. I don't know how that might change with my new job, but for now, it's what I like to do. And so I put down some washi to kind of create a barrier separation between my margins and my dailies. And then I kind of jump around a little bit because sporadic old me, doing what my brain wants to do at the moment, decided to go finish some other things in some other pages. But then, going back to this last page, I do my basic things, which are my days of the week for 2 weeks, my calendar, and a to-do list, and a little bit of decoration, but not too crazy, because I like to give myself some space to do that throughout the month. Because, sometimes you just get bored. You set up your whole month at the beginning of the month. You don't have time to do nothing else. I want to give me some room to breathe, if you know what I'm talking about. Side note, I haven't really been doing bujo videos for too long, and so sorry if the audio doesn't necessarily match up with what I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to learn how to do this. I've been doing video editing for probably like 8 years now. It's what I studied in college, and it's what I do in my real job. But I have never done something like this. For one, it is eons and eons and eons of footage to search through, and it takes up so much space to edit one of these. But then also, it's just kind of interesting to move things around and have things like going at a certain time. I don't know, it's a little interesting. It's different than what I'm used to, but sorry for that. But I hope you're liking what you're seeing. Right now, I'm just doing some taping, making things more cohesive, using those scrap pieces of paper that I have, and making things just look cute, just looking cute. So as I finally decide to move on to my last page, I am doing my setup like I usually do, and then just adding some decorations to my sides using some scrap paper. And I found this super cute sticker. I've actually had it for maybe 2 years now, but it says boba, it's cold outside. And okay, come on, that's so funny. I know it's not exactly Mickey Mouse, but it's still Disney technically, and I've been loving The Mandalorian lately, and it just fits like the theme. It's red and it's Christmassy, and so I really wanted to put it because, if it were up to me, actually it is up to me, but I'd be doing a lot more Star Wars themes because I love Star Wars. Baby Yoda. Come on. You've seen the memes. Baby Yoda is the cutest thing ever. How are you not just loving it? Here is my final flip through for you guys. I admittedly was a little stressed out doing this one, but ultimately had some fun, and I hope you did too. Hopefully this shows you something that if you don't like Christmas or, aren't too much into it as I am, you can do something else that is still, within season, but still speaks to you. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.